It is your boy, Black Ronin, back on at it again with another banger and fire video for y'all's out there today. There, y'all. Welcome on back to the channel. But guys, I gotta talk about that girl Ice Spice. I never talked about her on this channel before, but she's in that new SpongeBob movie coming out pretty soon. Or is it already out? What day is? Oh yeah, I forgot the SpongeBob movie did already come out, but yeah, she's in that new SpongeBob movie, right? And there's a picture been going around, pretty viral, and she's wearing this see-through dress, and there's a bunch of kids around, like it's basically a premiere if I'm not mistaken, and I was just looking at that, and I was just thinking to myself, like, damn, man, when I say racially ambiguous mulatto type of woman out here, I cannot stress enough. Try your best to own your image the best that you can. I know that it's tough because, listen, as a racially ambiguous, person like myself, I get it, man. Like we're grinding and doing so much, and we are really trying to really do our best out here to really make a little something out here. Because you fall into that category where you're a minority within a minority. So trying to move up and trying to really get things, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can do it, but I ain't gonna lie, like for a woman today, nowadays, to avoid, like, to literally make it and just like avoid sexualizing yourself, it is damn near, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but it's gonna be extremely tough in America, at least, to try to pull that off and become somewhat stable and successful. Because, like, guys, beautiful women, they go through it. I ain't gonna lie. They really do. And with Ice Spice, man, that's a perfect example why, if you are a light-skinned, racially ambiguous, type of woman out here, you need to really do your best to own your own image. So, because what I seen out of this looked like a what's it called? A humiliation ritual. That's exactly what it look like. I can look in, like, guys, because I know a lot of people, they gonna look at that and they gonna see Ice Spice, like out there in front of them kids, and she dressed that type of way. I can look in some people's face and I can just tell that they don't want to do that. Because, guys, when you hear her talk, like, guys, when she was talking in front of like the kids and stuff at that SpongeBob premiere, when you see her face and everything, she was not smiling. She was nervous. She even said she was nervous, if I'm not mistaken, when I watched that video. And then when you watch that SpongeBob trailer, like, guys, you got Patrick Star in a G-string. Like y'all see the over-sexualization. Like, I see what's going on. I wouldn't be surprised if, they told her to do that. And if she didn't, they was probably gonna mess up her music career for a little bit, or mess up, future opportunities, because that's how entertainment works. Yeah, like, if you don't want to do something or whatever, like, it's very, very easy to get blackballed, for sure. So you have to really move very, very differently if you in that type of field. But if you on YouTube and you doing your own thing, somebody like a girl like It's Tay Tay Baby, somebody like that, you can go pretty far out here, and you still own your image to a certain degree. Yes, YouTube, it's not our platform or nothing like that, but at the same time, at least it's a stepping stone. It's a gateway to bigger things. That's what I like about YouTube. Now, I'm into entertainment myself. Like, I'm an actor. I've been on a few sets, and I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I love it. I really do. But at the same time, I do want to focus more on this channel, because my goal is to really, like, I never want to rely off of Hollywood or nothing like that for, growth and just opportunity. Because the issue is just, like, I just see what's going on, man. Even when I get roles, bro, like, it's so stereotypical, and I really don't like playing certain roles. And it's like, it really annoys me that I keep seeing roles that I'm just like, bro, like, is this, why do y'all keep showing the same thing to melanated people? Like, I really don't get it, and just the most degenerate stuff, man. Like, I'm tired of seeing just the same old, same old. And and I get why, like, I mean, cause to some degree, yeah, like you do gotta kind of compromise a little bit and just yeah, play some roles you're just not really a fan of, the typical stereotypes and stuff. But I'll tell you, man, when I do see a role that's really just like unique, that I don't see, where it makes a melanated person, especially racially ambiguous, look good in a good light. Like, bro, like I love seeing that. And black people as well, dark skinned counterparts, seeing them shown off in a great light. But I do feel like us racially ambiguous and mulatto type people out here, I feel like with us, we got a different type of power, because like we able to maneuver in different spaces a lot more easier. But at the same time, we don't really hold a lot of power like that compared to a lot of bigger groups. But I ain't gonna lie, man, if we all really just keep on doing content creation and we keep dropping videos out here and we really try to just spread a message, message, I meant to say, we really try to just spread awareness and everything, we can really do some big stuff out here in the future, and, just keep on growing and just inspiring people and just doing things that we really do got more control of, that we can really set our own type of narratives, that nobody else can't control. Because when I look at Hollywood, man, even, my time as an actor, it's like, I mean, I really enjoy just like, it's gotten to the point where it's like, bro, like, I don't even want to like act like that. I mean, like, I still do, like, I love it. If a decent role pop up, like, I do got to do some research and hop on backstage and see what type of roles they got out there, see what we got here for today. But honestly, bro, like, Hollywood in general is not an industry. It's definitely not an industry that's set up for everybody. It's really not. It's for the majority in this country. Nothing wrong with that, but it's like, like, I get it. You're the majority. Y'all control X, Y, and Z. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, man, like, y'all really, I don't know, man. It's just, it's very, very limited when it comes down to us. And I hate the fact that you almost have to take what you can get in, like, literally when you're in entertainment, when it come down to work. And unfortunately for Ice Spice, this is the result, like, I'm definitely seeing that. But my message to her and anybody, out there that's out there in entertainment and stuff, try to own your own image the best way you can. So that way you're not going through a humiliation ritual like Ice Spice, because I can look into that girl's eyes and I can tell, she probably crying inside. I'm very good at sensing something's off with a person, and I can definitely tell something is off with I can definitely tell that something is off with Ice Spice, because you saw how nervous she was. I can look at her face, no smiling, and just the way she be talking a lot of times, you can tell she a real down to earth type of woman. I can really tell that. Like, I'm very good at sensing that type of energy off of people. And yeah, listen, like, she do her thing through the like out there in the music videos and stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of her music. I mean, she got a couple hits, I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, she do her thing, revealing and everything. But at the end of the day, man, in a economy where our economy sucks, and I ain't gonna lie, listen, Ice Spice, like, she was working and doing her own stuff. You can call her what's it called, an industry plant or whatever. But you look at her backstory, man, the girl, she was trying to do right before, before she had blew up and everything. Like, she wasn't even, honestly, from what I can find out, she wasn't even trying to gun for music. She was really aiming for acting. It's crazy how she hit with music before even coming to acting, so honestly, I hope she stick more with acting. But at the same time, I do want to see her, really pivot and try to own her own image, really start doing her own stuff, because I don't like what they doing to her, man. A lot of these women out here, because just the over sexualization of a lot of women nowadays is really bad, man. Like, I mean, it's like, yeah, like, it's like, yeah, like, I mean, I don't get me wrong. Yeah, you always going to get turned on as a man. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't want to see our women just keep being those type of pawns for everybody, especially a girl like Ice Spice. Like I don't know, man. I can just tell she moved different. I don't know what it is. Like I can just sense that energy like right away. Like cause I just know something's off because when I see how chill she be, and you can just tell, man, like it's some people you can tell like that's a down to earth individual. Yeah, they do their thing in the industry. I'm not saying she innocent whatsoever. Um, but this is just me personally. I don't know what it is. It's something in me. I just sense that something is off. And I just pray, man. I definitely pray for her, and everything because, racially ambiguous, looking good. Like I already know what comes with that, especially as you a woman. So I already know the over sexualization. It's like, yeah, like guys, a woman like her, they can go very far in life, but at the same time, man, a lot of y'all women out there, if you look decent or look really good, and you racially ambiguous, mulatto, you really do gotta guard your image. Try your best to, like keep your guard up, and honestly, try your best to get a mulatto, racially ambiguous man as well, because we got a similar experience, but it's more different. We don't really reach the heights like y'all do at that, like really at that type of rate, but we still catch it too, but it's in a different way. But I feel like if we all came together, and also black people, like darker skin counterparts, y'all take note too, cause we really are biggest allies out here. At least I hope so, cause like we all really fighting the same battle, guarding our image. We do got to get better at that, just at melanated people in general. But, I don't be liking, man, what I be seeing out here, man, in terms of how to fix that, get out there on YouTube, start Twitch screaming and all that stuff, like Ice Spice, like you got the clout, you got the followers. I would say, yeah, hop on screaming, do screaming. Just try to pivot away from a lot of that industry stuff because it's so toxic right now. I would say Hollywood is going to have to go through a great reset, because as of right now, like it's so outdated and just the way that it's moving, because we is not getting good entertainment like that anymore. We really not. We getting a lot of slop, a lot of garbage. And, I would say, yeah, pick up a few stuff here and there, but I would go with social media if I was Ice Spice. Just stick with that, screaming, YouTube, like try to stick with that, because I feel like for us racially ambiguous mulatto type people, that's really our best pivot, especially if we look decent, we very smart, like just educated on certain things. We can share our experiences. I think people will really, really rock with that. And in terms of music, hey, she can keep on doing that too. But yeah, man, we just gotta find ways to really start owning our own image. And listen, like, I mean, cause I got stories of myself when it come down with filmmaking, making movies and stuff. I got some really good stuff that down the line I do want to take it far. But I'm still growing, I'm still building. But best believe when I do get the opportunity, I'm finna definitely put a lot of things in the light. And yeah, like guys, we got to really start controlling our narrative, because we seeing what those people at the top, we seeing these corporations keep doing, and yeah, this ain't it right here. And honestly, man, yeah, like, hey, but it's all good. Hey, the day we all come together is the day we all win. But that's all I gotta say. Let me know what y'all think of Ice Spice. I know a lot of people was really getting at her for this whole particular situation, but I personally believe, like, it's like, yeah, it's bad, and I definitely do, 100%. I'm with everybody, like, yeah, she do deserve the hate as well. But at the same time, I do feel like, yeah, she getting very, very manipulated at the top, and I can clearly see, I can look in her face, and I can tell it is something is off. But massive prayers to her, but at the same time, like, you got to make better decisions, Ice Spice. Like, that's not cool in front of the kids. Like, nah, but it's all for clout, like these companies and corporations, they know what's finna get clicks. They know what's finna get views. And fortunately, this is where we at here in America. But it is your boy Black Ronin. Like and subscribe, share. Y'all take it easy.